Welcome to the Deep Dive. We're here to help you cut through the noise from your sources, your articles, notes, all of it, and really get to the core insights. Today, we're doing something a bit different, a really unique deep dive, actually. We've got excerpts from a YouTube transcript. It's from GFL Station and features someone called Ashtar, Commander of the Galactic Light Forces. Now, I know what you might be thinking, Galactic Light Forces. And yeah, it's definitely not our usual territory, but our goal is the same. Unpack the claims made in this specific source, understand its story, its narrative, and really highlight the details it gives about, well, what it claims is happening on Earth. Things like Ashtar Command, the Cabal. These might be new terms for many as you will explain them as the source presents them. It's quite a specific worldview. It's a compelling look, though, at a very particular perspective on things. Current events, future predictions, it's all in there.
Absolutely. And our aim here is just to walk you through it, help you pull out the key bits, the really astonishing claims it makes. What's really noticeable is just how clear and, well, urgent it all sounds. It's promising these huge changes, a whole new era for Earth. Which brings us to the main question, doesn't it? What exactly does this source say is the plan for liberating humanity?
Okay, right, let's get into that. The source just states it flat out. The plan to liberate humanity is real.
And not just real, but well underway. Happening now.
Yeah. It talks about an alliance of light here on Earth, made up of brave souls.
In the military, government, even just ordinary people.
Right. And they've supposedly been preparing, quietly, to take down what it calls a dark power structure.
So it's framing this as a kind of hidden global freedom movement.
Pretty much.
And connecting that to the bigger picture, the source claims all this prep work is now bearing fruit.
Oh.
Through a series of mass arrests. Unlike anything we've ever seen, it says.
Mass arrests.
Specifically targeting high-profile figures, the ones who used to, pull strings from the shadows. They're being arrested.
And who are these figures, according to the source? Does it say?
It does. It mentions corrupt leaders, financiers of human misery, and people who've committed unspeakable crimes.
Wow. Okay. It even brings up symbolic signals of this whole operation.
Like the flag.
Yeah, like seeing a version of your flag with no stars at a rally. The source calls that a covert sign among insiders.
A sign that the operation to, quote, reclaim the Republic was underway. Fascinating detail.
It really is.
And what's really striking is the scale. It claims this is globally coordinated.
Coordinated operations across the globe.
With special forces under Alliance Command doing raids in multiple countries.
To capture who exactly?
It lists them.
Huh.
Deep state operatives, crooked politicians, powerful bankers, even media moguls involved in propaganda, and other agents of darkness.
So this deep state or cabal, in this narrative, it's like a hidden elite controlling things.
That seems to be the idea, yes. And the source is clear. This will be the largest reshuffle in human history.
Okay. And where are they taking these people? It mentions secure facilities.
Yes. Prepared specifically for these high-value detainees.
Including, and this is specific, a certain fortified island base you have heard whispers about.
Which sounds a lot like Guantanamo Bay, which often comes up in these narratives.
Right, and it says this base has been upgraded into an impenetrable stronghold.
And get this, it also says Ashtar Command, that's the supposed galactic group, is assisting from above.
Assisting how?
Making sure there's no interference, but while following the prime directive.
Okay, so for context here, Ashtar Command is often seen in these circles as like a benevolent space fleet.
Yeah.
Peacekeepers. And the prime directive is usually about non-interference.
Exactly. It's quite a claim. Which naturally leads to the question, how could something this massive go unnoticed?
Good question. Does the source explain that?
It does, directly. It says many of the early arrests over the past few years were deliberately covert.
Hidden.
Yeah. Numerous lower-level conspirators were just quietly ticked up. No big news.
And even higher-ups.
Some higher-level figures were apparently put under house arrest, secretly. Wearing tracking devices, even.
All happening away from the media spotlight.
Right, to buy time for the Alliance, to get ready for the final public phase.
Okay, so this hidden phase is ending. What does it mean for the public now?
The source says now that public phase approaches, and soon, very soon apparently, you will see open announcements of arrests and charges.
Open announcement?
Yeah, it says well-known figures will be exposed, and it even states, quite directly,
what?
That it is very likely even a former holder of your nation's highest office will be among those accused.
Accused of what?
Of high treason or other grave crimes.
Wow, that's a huge prediction.
It is, but the source reassures people that this justice will be by the book.
Meaning?
Lawful tribunals, undeniable evidence, and many trials will happen in military courts.
Why military courts?
Because, it says, crimes like treason and crimes against humanity are involved.
It calls this martial justice, not martial law. What's the distinction there, according to the source?
It seems to suggest it's about upholding constitutional principles by patriots rather than some kind of military takeover. And it even claims some trials have already happened quietly and verdicts are in.
Right. This is where things shift a bit, isn't it? Into the information war.
Exactly. The source says this whole thing is a battle for information, and crucially, the Cabal is losing.
How are they losing?
Through leaks, documents, videos, insider testimony flooding out through alternative channels, cracking their control, basically.
But it's not over.
No, it warns the remaining Cabal operatives are not surrendering quietly.
What are they doing?
Attempted attacks on alliance leaders, cyber warfare, economic sabotage. But the source claims most of these have failed.
So the main battleground now is information, media.
Precisely. The source sees the Cabal's main weapon as their grip on mainstream media and big tech.
And it predicts they'll use it when things start coming out.
Yes. That their media mouthpieces might launch a final campaign of denial or confusion.
Trying to stir up panic or resistance.
Right. Crying hoax or political persecution.
Or maybe just flooding the news with distractions, false stories, disrupting the internet.
All possibilities mentioned by the source, which leads to their countermeasure.
Ah, the secret broadcast array.
Exactly. The source outlines the scenario where, at a key moment, probably when arrests go public,
The Alliance uses this system.
to bypass the media entirely and speak directly to everyone, overriding TV, radio, phones.
Using a quantum system, it says, which, in physics is about subatomic stuff, but here sounds like some advanced, maybe non-conventional communication tech.
Right. Delivering a truthful information without any distortion. That's the claim.
It also prepares you, the listener, for some disruption.
It does. Brief localized power or internet outages might happen to cut off any remaining Cabal communications and focus everyone's attention on this big broadcast.
But it advises people to stay calm.
Yes, saying it would be temporary.
It's interesting how detailed the predictions are about what the other side might do.
Very detailed. The Cabal trying every trick, riots, false events.
Even mentions a fake alien invasion scare or a new health panic.
Yeah, quite dramatic scenarios. But the source is confident. None of these psyops will succeed.
Why not?
Because the Alliance knows their playbook and has countermeasures ready for everything.
Okay. Now the source takes, an even darker turn.
It does. It talks about exposing the deepest crimes, especially those against children, the innocent.
This is where it brings up the list.
The list of influential names tied to an infamous global network.
And this list supposedly involves
Powerful people, politics, royalty, finance, media, anyone involved in or enabling the abuse and exploitation of young people.
and the Cabal, it says, has lived in terror of this list getting out.
Right.
And here's another claim. Alliance operatives got the evidence, the complete evidence.
That's what the source asserts. Hidden videos, travel documents to some secret destination, contact books, financial records, all of it.
And they use this data.
Strategically, yes, even to quietly flip people, get them to cooperate.
While the Cabal tried to destroy it.
Desperately, according to the source, even arranging the convenient removal of the ringleader in custody to silence him.
But it didn't work.
Apparently not. Courageous independent journalists and researchers kept digging, and names, flight details, testimonies started trickling out despite censorship.
Then it mentions a recent breakthrough. What's that?
It claims the reformed justice leadership in one major nation started officially releasing these hidden files earlier this year. A new attorney general, allied with these constitutional patriot leaders, supposedly ordered the archives declassified.
Okay. And what did these first released documents confirm, according to the source?
A horrifying scope. Hundreds of victims. A huge network of co-conspirators across continents.
It says what was once called conspiracy is now documented fact.
A bold claim. And that this has shattered public denial about the level of evil operating secretly.
So, upcoming arrests. Many will be related to this.
That's the claim. Charges of trafficking, exploitation, or worse.
It goes further, saying investigators confirmed this ring was part of a dark cult at the highest levels.
Using abuse and filming for blackmail and control.
And that the Alliance now has confessions naming names.
Confessions naming prominent families and organizations as orchestrators of these awful rituals. It's very grim stuff. And again, a warning about disinformation when the list comes out.
What kind of information?
The Cabal might leak fake lists, edit names, maybe sacrifice a few lower-level people to confuse things.
But the Alliance has the real evidence. Backed up.
The entire trove, cross-verified, multiple backups. It even invokes spiritual records, the karmic Akashic records.
Right, the Akashic records.
Right.
In that belief system, it's like a cosmic library of everything that's ever happened.
Exactly. So the claim is even those records bear witness.
And this is crucial. A large part of those special broadcasts
will be dedicated to showing the public the truth of these crimes.
Wow.
Documentary-style footage, victim and witness testimonies, and potentially, with warnings, selected portions of the actual incriminating video.
That sounds incredibly intense.
The source acknowledges it will be difficult to watch, but believes that from the shared sorrow and outrage, a resolve will emerge. Never again.
So this isn't just about arrests, it's about uprooting a whole system.
That's the idea. Corrupt banking, compromised officials, twisted science projects, all of it.
So, after all this,
Yeah.
the arrests, the disclosures,
Yeah.
what comes next, according to the source?
A period of official justice, which might take months, maybe even years, to fully play out.
Justice, like trials.
Yes. It predicts the highest profile trials will be public, maybe even broadcast live.
Like the Nuremberg trials after World War II.
That's the comparison it makes, yeah, but on a bigger scale.
Serving as a lesson for the future.
That no one is above the law, essentially. The law of the creator or moral human law.
The source also frames this whole thing, this entire process,
Yeah.
not as some instant magic flash.
Right, not an instant cosmic flash. It's a transformation happening more gradually.
Through real-world stuff.
Yeah.
Arrests, disclosures, reform.
Which it calls the Great Awakening of Humanity.
Okay, so where do you, the listener, fit into all this? What's your role, according to the source?
It's very direct about that. Each one of you is a participant. Your consciousness, your actions in the coming days, they matter. A lot.
How so?
Every prayer for peace, meditating on light, calmly sharing truth, dispelling fear, acts of kindness. You are co-creating the reality of freedom on Earth.
It also talks about compassion, doesn't it?
And-
For people who might be shocked or confused by all this.
Yes. Don't say I told you so.
Sure.
Instead, offer hand. Say, we'll get through this together.
That's a strong message.
It also takes time to honor those who supposedly paved the way.
Like who?
Independent journalists, whistleblowers, authors, speakers, digital warriors, mysterious insider patriots.
And spiritual figures, too.
Yes, acknowledges spiritual teachers and channelers who urged calm and trust in divine timing.
So after the justice phase, after the awakening, what's the end goal? What's this new Earth it talks about?
Yeah, it paints quite a picture.
Tell us about it.
Okay, so true freedom, power back to the people, financial liberation, a new fair system, debts forgiven, shared prosperity.
That's utopian. What else?
A technological renaissance, releasing suppressed tech like free energy and miraculous healing.
Free energy is a common theme in these narratives.
It is. Also planetary healing, restoring the environment. And finally, unity and peace.
Humanity is one family.
Yeah.
Nations working together.
Exactly. Unleashing humanity's creative genius like never before.
And what about the galactic part?
Yeah.
Ashtar Command, the Federation. Where do they fit in this future?
They stand by to assist through the transition, and once the dust settles, the Cabal is gone.
They become more visible.
We look forward to increasing our visible presence, it says. The idea is the old quarantine of Earth is ending.
And humanity rejoins the galactic community. Openly.
That's the vision presented.
Wow. Well, we have certainly covered a lot today. A truly deep dive into this remarkable and very elaborate narrative from our source. These claims about a hidden plan, mass arrests, the info war, this dawn of a new Earth, the level of detail, the conviction. It's definitely striking, a very specific vision.
It really is. And the source puts a lot of emphasis on the individual, doesn't it? Inner calm, individual actions being crucial. Your consciousness and your actions matter immensely. You are co-creating the reality of freedom. That's a direct quote.
Yeah. It describes this huge transformation for humanity, but happening, as you said, More gradually and realistically, not instantly.
Still moving towards a glorious outcome, though.
Right.
The source tells us that the world it was always meant to be is already manifesting, even now. But it acknowledges the process can seem messy or slower than hoped, which kind of leaves us with a big question, I think. When you have a grand vision like this, how do you measure progress? Especially when that vision meets the messy reality of world events. Or, from this source's perspective, maybe a cosmic plan that just unfolds in stages.
What's the true measure of progress in that scenario?
Okay.
Yeah, that's a really powerful thought to chew on. Something for you to consider as you reflect on everything we've unpacked in today's deep dive.